pretty much called Rakate Al Bashim Al Shai Bashim Kakudash. Welcome to another GMS on the Move. This one's called Jacob Pedersen. Brother sent me a video and some information on somebody, police officer, Edomite police officer named Jacob Pedersen. And pretty much, that's the Edomite that was responsible for starting those riots. So what he did was he was not camouflage, but he had on like a disguise. He had on one of those face masks, you know, respirators, and breaking out windows in certain stores, getting that of the neighbors in the area kind of they recognized him and they were calling him out. And there's one Jake was about to fight him, and then he took off. So it's just letting you know that all of this stuff that's going on is being provoked, because they have an agenda. It's all made up. Even though they probably did really kill that dude because George Floyd, I believe his name is. When you watch the beginning of the video, when the cop had his knee on his neck, the ground, if you notice the ground, if I'm not mistaken, the ground at the beginning was dry, but after the guy died, there was like looks like a puddle of something coming through, and what they say is when a person dies, their bowels get loose. So he probably pissed on himself after he, died, and that was all done on purpose, because they're trying to get this race war started. Now that police officer, Chauvin, I think his name is, he's got all kinds of disciplinary actions against him, complaints against him with nothing ever being done to him, so there's a lot of stuff that they're not speaking about, but they're using this situation to push, forward their agenda. Now, I know you brothers been noticing the few videos that Elder Pastor is doing, the last few videos, that he's saying that they're about to call the martial law in, or the military. And Trump, this morning or yesterday, earlier this morning, he said that that he's disgusted with the weak nature and the weak dealings that the mayor of that city is doing, and that he's if this guy doesn't resolve the matter, that Trump is going to send in the martial law troops or the National Guard, the military, to put an end to those thugs, as he called them out there. But that whole shit was started by Esau and a police officer at that. So here it is, you think that the police is supposed to be there to protect you, but they're not. They work for the city, they work for the government, they work for the international bankers. That's why they have that shield or that badge, which is nothing more than a Rothschild shield. They're working for the elites, and they're pushing that agenda. This is why they would do something like that. Here it is, you know what's going on, and you're going to go around as a police officer, the Edomite police officer, and go around breaking windows. You know what that's going to cause. That's going to cause, Jake to follow through. But they want to do that because the scriptures speak about a great insurrection upon the people of the Lord. The scriptures also speak about we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We see what's going on. We see, the way that they're setting the stage. Elder Apostle Gabar has been doing videos on G. Edward Griffin and the capitalist conspiracy. I see he just put another one up dealing with pressure from above, pressure from below. So I got to check that video out. But this is what's happening, man. They're creating a lot of these situations to be able to present a solution, and that solution that they present is going to benefit them and not the people. But it's going to look like it's going to benefit the people. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, and there's a great insurrection that's going to come against those that fear the Lord, that are keeping his words. And all this is done for that. That's why they're doing it in the J communities and the Latino communities, Native American Indian communities, because they're getting everything geared and set up for what's coming, which is called Jacob's trouble. as it states in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, and many other scriptures. You type in the word trouble in the search engine, for the Bible, and you'll see a whole bunch of different words dealing with trouble and dealing with these times that are coming right now. In the book of 2nd Ezra 16 chapter, it appears like 2 times. The times of trouble to come, but I will deliver you from them, something along those lines. So that word trouble and these perilous times in the time of trouble in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, this is all what is heading towards. This is what we're starting to witness more and more, and this is why you see these things breaking out the way they're breaking out, because at the end of the day, they have an agenda and they're going to push forward their agenda. So this is the Most High dealing on the left-hand side, getting the left-hand side ready and geared up so that he can come and checkmate them with the right-hand side. So it's the case of, love that's working. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We see what's going on. And I know Trump is salivating to unleash the military, on Jake out there, just to put him down, because they have an agenda. And Jake, a majority of you Israelites out there, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you're going to be cut down in this in these times of trouble. A lot of you are going to die by getting shot. A lot of you are going to die, in them concentration camps. You're going to die at the hands of these police officers, military men. A lot of you are going to die of starvation, famine. A lot of you are going to just die, period. Some of you are going to have heart attacks, because a lot of you Jakes out there are not in the best health as it is, and something that come out just to scare you a little bit will pretty much, drive you to the grave. And this is what these devils are counting on. That's why they've been putting GMOs out there and chemtrails, and all this bad food and bad water and bad air, to break down the immune system so that when he comes, with whatever he's coming, and that's, the elect are going to be straight, because they're not going to have to worry about that. But these 2/3 out here that are going to be involved in this time of Jacob's trouble, they're not ready, man. They're not ready. So I just want to say a few words on that. He's a dirty mother, and he doesn't play fair. The words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. So you better believe that for this whole thing that's going down. And we're seeing behind the scenes, which they're not reporting on the news. Why come they didn't report that that Edomite police officer that was went out there with a hammer breaking windows and businesses to get Jake riled up to loot? They started that shit, and these are the false flags and the things that we talked about this morning. I did a video speaking about spies and certain things that they do, and these false flags that try to blame a whole group of individuals for one person's actions. So that was some underhanded shit. So this place is not a place of justice. This place is a place of destruction. It's about oppression, and it's about having raw power and raw control over the masses of the people. And they got everything in place. All they need is just to just push that button, so to speak, and it'll be all out. It'll be there. So with that, I pray that your brothers have been edified. Just keep your eyes open on it. You're gonna see it developing. Trump already said he's gonna send the troops in there if this guy can't get it together, which he ain't gonna get it together, because they all insiders. They all on the same team. It's called controlled opposition. So it's very interesting to see what's gonna happen within the next couple of days or a week or so. All right, so shalom.